Namaskar. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn a new Raag, a very beautiful Raag. It is a morning Raag and it is Raag Bhairavi. Now Raag Bhairavi, being a morning Raag, is sung between 4 am to 7 am. Both Raag Bhairav and Raag Bhairavi are Pratahkalin Sandhiprakash Raags. That is, they are supposed to be performed at the break of dawn. When the morning is just beginning, that is when the night ends and the sun is about to rise, at that particular time both these rags are supposed to be performed. Now the important part is Raag Bhairav is always performed before Raag Bhairavi whenever they both are considered together. Now why is this? This is because Raag Bhairav is of a grave nature, that is, it is of a more Gambhir Prakriti than Raag Bhairavi. Raag Bhairavi has a combination of notes very similar to Raag Bhairav, and that is why both are considered to be Pratahkalin Sandhiprakash Raags. But when we consider them together, we usually perform Raag Bhairav first because of its Gambhir Prakriti, and then comes Raag Bhairavi, which is of a Chanchal Prakriti. The movement of the notes is such, you will find as we move on in our lessons, you will be able to find that in Raag Bhairavi we use combinations which make it a bit more restless than Raag Bhairav. The comparison will be even clear when we learn Raag Bhairav as well. So for now, just remember that when we consider Raag Bhairav and Raag Bhairavi together as morning rags, we perform Raag Bhairav before Raag Bhairavi. That is why at times you will see that the time of Raag Bhairavi exceeds 7 am because Raag Bhairav is also supposed to be performed within the span of 4 am to 7 am, being a Pratahkalin Sandhiprakash Raag. Similarly, even though Raag Bhairavi has the same time period assigned to it, it is usually performed even after 7 am or maybe at a later hour of the day because it is a bit more restless than Bhairav and it can be sung even in the late hours of the morning. I will be talking more about the Samay Chakra of Raags, that is the time circle of Raags, when I make videos on Raag Bhairav, because Raag Bhairav has a format which is easier to explain and understand the logic behind the Samay Chakra of Raags. We are going to follow a similar format while learning Raag Bhairavi, just like Raag Yaman and Bilawal. That is, today we are going to learn about the features of Raag Bhairavi. I have already spoken about a very important feature of Raag Bhairavi, that is the time of singing Raag Bhairavi. So, the time for singing Raag Bhairavi is the morning, that is the early morning, and the time is from 4 am to 7 am. The thought on which the Raag is based is Raag Bhairavi. Coming to the notes used in Raag Bhairavi, Re, Ga, Dha and Ni are flat notes. That is, while singing this Raag, we sing with a Komal, Re, Ga, Dha and Ni. All the other notes are Shuddha. Now, a very distinct feature of Raag Bhairavi is, in order to add beauty to the Raag while performing it, we usually sing all the 12 notes in this Raag. That is, we find the usage of Vivadi swars. If you remember that while learning Raag Bilawal, I had spoken about Vivadi swars. That is, they are the notes that do not belong to this Raag, but they are just like enemies to a kingdom. Like a Raag is the kingdom, the king is the Vadi swar, the minister is the Samavadi swar, and all the subjects are the Anuvadi swars. The subjects of a kingdom are very important, and hence the Anuvadi swars, that is the notes that belong to the Raag, are also very important. Similarly, the enemies of a kingdom are also very important, because you cannot live in a society without enemies. Similarly, a rag also has enemies which come into their territory and create a difference in the rag, but then they also add to the beauty. Sometimes they play with the beauty of the rag. That is the work of the Vivadi swars. So in Raag Bhairavi, we can use a Tivrama, we can use a Shuddha Re, Gadha and Ni. So you can now use all the 12 notes in the Swar Saptak, that is the Vikrit swars as well as the Shuddha swars. They are all usable in this Raag. Now the Raag is a Uttarangvadi Raag. Now in order to understand a Raag, it is very important to understand the Ang of a Raag. The Ang of a Raag is whether the Raag is a Uttarangvadi Raag or whether it is a Poorvangvadi Raag. Now what is Uttarang and what is Poorvang? The Swar Saptak is divided into two parts. The first part, that is from Sa to Ma, is considered the Purva Bhag or the Poorvang of the Swar Saptak. The latter part, that is from Pa to the Sa of the upper case, that is considered to be the Uttar Bhag or the Uttarang of the Swar Saptak. When we consider a Raag, we try to find whether the Vadi Swar is in the Purva Bhag or in the Uttar Bhag. If the Vadi Swar of a Raag is in the Poorvang part of the Swar Saptak or the Purva Bhag of the Swar Saptak, that Raag is considered to be a Poorvangvadi Raag. Similarly, if the Vadi Swar of a Raag is found in the Uttar Bhag or the Uttarang part of the Swar Saptak, then that Raag is considered to be a Uttarangvadi Raag. Now if you follow, you will find that the division that has been made about the Uttar Bhag and the Purva Bhag of the Swar Saptak has a bit problem. That is, while singing different rags and considering other factors, it has been found that even if the Vadi Swar is in the Purva Bhag of a Raag, the Raag becomes an Uttarangvadi Raag. Similarly, even if the Vadi Swar is in the Uttar Bhag of a Raag, the Raag becomes a Poorvangvadi Raag. This is because there are various other factors that matter while we sing a Raag. There are various other features that are very important, and there are detailed understanding of those parts, and hence sometimes this concept of the Uttar Bhag and the Purva Bhag of the Swar Saptak gets cancelled. Hence there has been made certain amendments in this category. The category of the Uttar Bhag and the Purva Bhag now has become a bit more flexible. The Purva Bhag of a Swar Saptak now is considered from Sa to Pa, and the Uttar Bhag is considered from Ma to the upper note Sa. So we find Ma and Pa common to both the bhags. Now you will see that in this Raag we have a Vadi Swar Ma, and the Raag is Uttarangvadi Raag. So now in Raags which have Ma as Vadi Swar, it might be an Uttarangvadi Raag, it might be a Poorvangvadi Raag as well. But here Raag Bhairavi is an Uttarangvadi Raag. Another very important note that plays a very crucial role in determining the time of the Raags is the Madhyam. That is why it is also known as the Adhvadarshak Swar. Now why is it called so, and what is the reason behind it? For that, stay tuned, keep watching my channel, subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. I will be uploading a video soon on this, and do remember to press the bell icon so that you get notified as soon as I upload a video. Now coming back to the other features of Raag Bhairavi, we have the Aroh, Avroh and the Pakad. Now because all the 7 notes are used in Raag Bhairavi, the jati of the Raag is Sampurna, Sampurna. The Nyash swars or the halting notes that are used in Raag Bhairavi are Sa, Ga, Ma and Pa. We usually find Thumri, Ghazal, Bhajan, these kind of semi-classical music in Raag Bhairavi. Khayals are usually not composed in this Raag, but you can find Chota Khayal or Bandish in this Raag. The Aro, Avro and the Pakar of Raag Bhairavi is Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Ra Ni Sa, Sa Ni Ra Pa Ma Ga Re Sa, Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Ra Ni Sa, Sa Ni Ra Pa Ma Ga Re Sa, Ma Ga Sa Re Sa Dha Ni Sa, Ma Ga Sa Re Sa Dha Ni Sa. Some variations in the Pakar of Raag Bhairavi are Ga Ma Dha Pa Ma Ga Re Sa, Ga Ma Dha Pa Ma Ga Re Sa, Ni Sa Ga Ma Pa Ra Pa. Hope this video helps you all in learning Raag Bhairavi. Hope you understood the various detailed informations about Raag Bhairavi. I will be back with another video on Raag Bhairavi where we are going to learn more about Raag Bhairavi, the Alap, the Bandish, the Swar Bistars, just like the previous tutorials. Hope you all understand and are able to practice along with me. Till then, take care, bye-bye, keep singing, keep practicing and keep learning. Namashkar. Ga Ma Dha Pa Ma Ga Re Sa, Ga Ma Dha Pa Ma Ga Re Sa, Ni Sa Ga Ma Pa Ra Pa, Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Ra Ni Sa, Sa Ni Ra Pa Ma Ga Re Sa, Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Ra Ni Sa, Sa Ni Ra Pa Ma Ga Re Sa.